Alright, this is another video just showing the versatility of the Kelty Noah's 12 tarp. Like I said, one of the reasons I really like this tarp is because how versatile it is. And here I've got this tarp pitch in a diamond configuration, and I've also got a couple of poles that I used on a recent trip to the beach, and it worked great down there. I used 4 poles at the beach, one on each of these corners here. Obviously I have trees instead. So all I did was switch around my continuous ridge line. I'm using the exact same continuous ridge line. All I did was switch it from the center pullouts to the corner pullouts. And you can see here's the head of my hammock here. And there's just, so much room underneath here. You could, have a little party under here or whatever. You could, if it was if you had a group together and it was raining, there you could fit several people under here. And that's just why I like this tarp, because you have so many options when you're configuring the pitch. So just wanted to show you that real quick. And I don't recommend a whole lot but if you're interested in a tarp that's worth what you pay for it, and that but it's still inexpensive, and that you can use multiple different ways, I definitely recommend the Kelty Noah's tarp line. The 9-foots are they're a little short for hammocks, but unless you hang in a diamond pitch, and I've already talked about the limitations of diamond pitches. But the 12-foot will cover, just about any hammock, even in an A-frame pitch. And like I said, you have the opportunity you can fold back the doors or close the doors in storm mode, or you can just pitch it huge like this and have a gathering underneath, or if you just want to be wide open underneath when you're out by yourself, or if my wife and I were just hanging out by ourselves. It's very, it's very convenient that way. It's not easy, it's not hard to switch everything up. You just got to think about it and practice it and do it. And you can go ahead and do it that way. I recommend the Kelty Noah's 12 tarp. I know there's other lighter, probably better tarps out there, but like I said, this is the one I got, and it's a good piece of gear in my opinion. Alright, so as you can see, I'm in my hammock. It's morning time. You can see the sun shining on me here. The tarp just barely is catching it. And the reason that is because I have my tarp in what's called porch mode. Porch mode is a very popular way to hang your tarp in fair weather, especially, and even if it's raining, if it's just a drizzle or a light rain and it's not blowing, porch mode is good then too, just so you can see out and look around. And what do I mean by porch mode? Well, here's what I mean. Alright, so you can see here I am, here's my feet, and my hammock's strung up. I've got my tarp above me here. I've got it hung high again, like I like to hang it when the weather's fair. And you can see here, I've just got some sticks propping the front of my tarp up here. And of course you can see the sun over there. It's going higher in the sky. But that's my porch. So I'm looking out my porch, got the neighbor's yard over there, and that's what we mean by porch mode. So it's just basically propping the front of your tarp up so you can look out and see what's going on, just like you're sitting on your front porch. Now I'm using, as you can see, some locally collected sticks locally in my backyard that I need to clean up, but that's all there. Some people use hiking poles, or there are poles that are specially made, but you don't want to backpack with that kind of stuff. It's usually easy when you're out in the woods, to find some sticks like that just to prop it up. Or if you have hiking sticks, of course you can use those. They're a little bit shorter though. To me, they're just not tall enough. I like a high porch. So that's porch mode, and that's something that's definitely worth trying. And I'll show you how that's rigged up here in just a second. So here's a shot of my hammock in porch mode. As you can see, the sticks aren't the same length, but that's not a big deal to me anyway. Some people it might bother, but it doesn't bother me. At any rate, I have my lines, you know, staked out as I would if they were just staked out normally, except for it's propping that stick up there. I have a pressing knot tied in, that way it's adjustable, and I'll show you how I can adjust that once I take this the stick out of the equation. And they're just staked out just like you normally would. There's a marlin spike hitch there holding it to the stake. So let's say, okay, now the wind started blowing or it started raining, and I want to go ahead and exit porch mode and stake my tarp down. So that's pretty easy, and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so my hammock's in porch mode. It started raining, or the wind started blowing, or for some other reason I want to go ahead and lower my tarp. Maybe I'm going to go to bed. And so it's pretty easy. So all I do is I take the stick out. Of course, when you do that, now your tarp's all loose and floppy, and we can't have that. So this pressing knot is it's an adjustable knot, adjustable tension knot. All I have to do is slide this pressing knot along the length of the cord here and tighten the tarp up. You can see it's pulled the tarp out tight. And now I'll just go over to my other one, repeat the same process. Slide it down till my tarp's nice and tight, and now, you know, now it's good to go. If I need to, I can take my doors down again and deploy those. I can always easily lower my ridge line with my setup. So that's porch mode. It's a very enjoyable kind of lollygagging kind of thing to do. So there you go.